We often define ourselves by something of prominent importance in our lives. Growing up, I defined myself as a gymnast, and now I dreaded the thought of forever being defined just as a trauma survivor. But I didn't just want to survive. I wanted to thrive and empower others to reclaim their lives too. Hello, panelists and Pink Nation. I'm Megan Bull, the founder and president of Reclaim Foundation. Reclaim Foundation is a brand new organization that creates communities, provides and develops accessible resources for trauma recovery, and creates platforms that drive awareness and advocacy for survivors of traumatic events and their loved ones. In 2019, I went to an event on my bucket list, the Gilroy Garlic Festival. It started off as the perfect day, but as the festival was coming to an end, my life as I knew it was too. The first shot happened. Shots continued to be fired. Although we survived by running for our lives that day, over a dozen festival goers were injured and 3 wouldn't be returning to their families. While recovering from Gilroy, I was in a hit-and-run car accident where I went from preparing to hike Half Dome and being a UC Davis Division I cheerleader to no longer being able to walk. I had to undergo invasive surgery that left metal rods and screws in my back. I began therapy to navigate my life post-trauma. One of the tools was doing Ting workouts so I could associate a fast heartbeat with exercise instead of a flight or fight response. But my recovery was still missing something. I found that often resources for survivors are restricted by geographical location, or that organizations tend to focus more on policy changes rather than meeting the needs of survivors. The burden of support then would land on family and friends who didn't have the skill set to do so. Thus, Reclaim Foundation was born. In September 2020, we filed with the Secretary of State and submitted our material for tax-exempt status with the IRS. We are nearing completion of our website build-outs, accessible to all. There are 2 sites, with the first being a common landing page with all of our available material and information. The second portion is a more extensive login application, similar to social media, that will allow survivors to journal their progress independently or share with others. Supporters of survivors will also be able to log in to view stories and connect with other supporters. As a young adult just beginning my career, I have felt the strain of personally funding all startup costs with my life savings. This award would allow us to have lawyers with expertise in security and privacy policies and mental health professionals on retainer. We hope that through our involvement with the Pink with Purpose project, that Pink Nation's support of PTSD and trauma recovery in the lifestyle and fashion space can bring visibility to the underrepresented.